Hi, welcome to the chapter Organic Marketing. Now this chapter will be a little bit crucial because organic marketing is relatively new, and every product marketer and digital marketer has to understand how organic marketing can be cracked, how content can be prepared, how it can be published in social media effectively, etc. Now let us look into the agenda. We'll discuss about introduction to organic marketing. Then we'll discuss the stages that are involved in achieving organic marketing. While we discuss the stage, we'll also introduce you to the tools that are relevant for each stage. What are different tools you can use. We'll also do work out on an example that will be adequate to understand the concept of two of the major important stages in organic marketing. Finally, we'll summarize the slides. Alright. So what is organic marketing? Organic marketing is a structured approach to understand target customer's life cycle, prepare content for the entire customer life cycle, and then promote the content without paid avenues like Google Ads and social media. Now, two of the important things I want to highlight and stress are, first of all, understanding customer's life cycle journey. That's very, very crucial. And then preparing the content to promote in different avenues without paid media. So you do not need Google Ads or social media ads to promote your content. So that is organic marketing. We have already discussed that organic marketing kind of is a mother marketing which kind of has three different arms, that is content marketing, social media marketing, and the final is the content syndication through email marketing. So these are the three different sub-stages of organic marketing. Now let us understand the 7 stages to achieve organic marketing. And the 7 stages are keyword research, content strategy, content generation, aligning content with the business, publishing and promoting the content, and then monitoring, measuring the content, and finally optimizing and improving. If you look at the whole stages, you would notice that the optimization or the SEO, search engine optimization, is kept at the end. The whole purpose of structuring the stages are we want to focus content first and then we want to focus on SEO. So without proper content, the SEO will never work. That's the reason we have kept SEO towards the end of the value chain or all the stages. Let us start with the first stage, that is keyword research. Now while doing the keyword research, marketers need to understand the list of keywords that needs to be targeted from business point of view, and content needs to be developed based on those keywords. Now you can consider the different stages of 𝗖𝗲++ framework that we had discussed in the customer lifecycle journey, and you can pull out certain keywords in each of this domain or each of the stages of 𝗖𝗲++ framework. Now to prioritize the keywords which are relevant to the business, you can go ahead and check out the average search volume of each of the keywords using tools like WordStream. In wordstream.com you can go ahead and you can check out the keyword planner. We'll provide videos towards the end of all the chapters, or you can go to the keyword planner section of Google AdWords. If you are using, you can put your keywords and check the volume of each keywords, and based on many parameters you can prioritize based on the business, based on the competitive analysis, or based on the keyword volume. You can prioritize those keywords for which you want to write content for. Let us do a working example. Let's take XYZ offers a SaaS based platform to enterprises. Now XYZ offers a SaaS platform which does automatic SEO analysis and helps digital marketers to optimize their website content. XYZ is a B2B company. Now you have to assume some target audience for XYZ and mention the ideal customer profile, which is ICP, and find out what keywords will be necessary for marketers to create the content. Now assuming that since you are into marketing domain, you would quickly identify the keywords necessary for XYZ SEO platform. Take 2 to 3 minutes to think of a solution. All you need to write down in a piece of paper is the target audience, the ideal customer profile, and the keywords, some certain keywords that the company should target. That's all. Alright. I hope you have thought about some solution. Now let us look at the solution that we are proposing. The market is automatic SEO analysis, and the target audience can be digital marketers, performance marketers, or demand generation or lead generation managers, then product marketers. Now ideal customer profile, we have discussed this in customer lifecycle journey. There are 3 different personas or ideal customer profile: buyer, influencer, and user. Buyer, CMO can be our buyer, digital head can be influencer, and then digital marketer can be your user, or product marketer can be your user. Now, keyword that XYZ company should focus to create content for are SEO, online marketing, and website content optimization. These are not only keywords, but just to give an example, we have specified this keyword. If you have written down many keywords, that's fine, but it has to be completely aligned with these keywords: SEO, online marketing, website content optimization, or some similar keywords. All right, we'll not talk about the prioritization here. We'll discuss about the prioritization towards the end of all the chapters, as I have been mentioning, but we'll give you the tips and tricks how to prioritize the keywords using certain tools and techniques. Moving into the next stage, that is content strategy. Once you prioritize certain keywords, let's say you have prioritized SEO, website optimization are the two keywords that you want to move ahead with. Then the marketers, especially the product marketers, needs to prepare the content for all stages of customer lifecycle journey. That means one content will not be enough. We'll look into it using an example, but I will again repeat, one content for one keyword will not be enough. You have to ensure that you are writing content for each of the persona: buyer, influencer, and user. And you are also writing the content for them in each stage of the customer lifecycle journey. One of the tools you can use is we have ICM platform, which is called Intelligent Content Marketing Platform. You can use to have the keywords ready to define your content for different persona and for different stages. Alright, so let's do an exercise. The same exercise where XYZ is a SaaS, B2B SaaS platform, a company, and provides their product into performing SEO analysis. Now, we have to figure it out a content map that is required for end customers. You can take 2 to 3 minutes to think of a solution. You can write down in your paper. The hint over here is just consider customer lifecycle journey framework, that is 𝗖𝗲++ framework, and then consider the personas, influencers or decision makers. You will automatically try to come up with certain content. Thank you. Hopefully you have come up with some solution right now. And let us look at how you can come up with a content strategy map. Now, we had already discussed about the content that can be used to prepare content are SEO, website content optimization, or online marketing. Now, in front of you, you have a table which specifies 4 different stages of 𝗖𝗲++ framework, that is awareness, interest for research, interest for compare, and desire to purchase. Now, we have in the y-axis, we have buyer and influencer. And right now, we'll just draw all the content topics for each of this. If you remember, we have discussed that in awareness stage, we will be writing the content to make person aware about a particular problem. So in this case, for buyer, we can write certain contents on trends, that hey, what's the new trend that is coming in the next year, or the trend that has changed, how different successful companies are perceiving the process innovation or product innovation in certain ways. So you can write new trends in online marketing and SEO. That can be the topic. For influencers who are usually evaluators in certain ways and they can drive the whole decision making process, they can provide their own decisions to buyers. For them, you can specify what is SEO and what is website content optimization. So what are these individual term means in terms of problem statement? Alright. So then the next stage is interest for research. This is the stage where your target persona will be aware about the problem and they would be keen knowing about the solution more. For buyer, you can mention about the business benefits of SEO analysis because that's the one they are more cared about. Regarding the influencers, you can mention certain content topics like how to perform SEO, how to perform content optimization, etc. Like we have mentioned earlier, you can provide certain tips and tricks or freebies to your users so that they can consume it. They can develop a confidence about the solution that is existing in the market and which is kind of will provide them value to the problem. Now, in the next stage, that is interest to compare, there ideally everyone in an organization will try to compare various tools to see which one will suit their organization or their ecosystem. For buyer perspective, you can mention the top tools that are relevant for SEO analysis, and you can have a content piece for the buyer persona. And for influencer, you can have competitive differentiation and you can bring your own unique selling proposition in certain ways. We had discussed all of this in customer lifecycle journey using 𝗖𝗲++ framework. The end stage, that is desire to purchase. In that particular piece, you can mention the ROI, the speed, the faster ROI that someone would get using SEO analysis of XYZ products. And then for influencers, you can write how a SEO analysis of XYZ product can be integrated into their ecosystem, because that's what influencers would care about. Once they start using the product, how well they can adopt the product will be the question for influencers. Now, taking this template, you can break any domain easily. You can just need to put buyer and influencer in the column number 1 in the y-axis, and in the row you can just put awareness, interest for research, interest for compare, and desire to purchase. With this stage, with this framework, you can quickly put content pieces for the keywords that are relevant or that you gonna prioritize for a particular month or particular quarter. After this, you can start creating content. That's the third stage. Now over here, we'll discuss more about content generation in our upcoming chapters. But right now, I'll just focus that marketers needs to focus on storytelling. Second, there has to be less and less review cycles because a review can be mostly concerned on technicalities and language and not the storytelling. Marketers should ideally own the story, and we'll discuss how you can crack or come up with the best story that a particular audience can use properly or easily. The tools that you can use as a marketer is Grammarly to ensure the grammatically it is correct and sound enough. Now moving on, the aligning content to the business. In this stage, a marketer has to ensure that once the content is prepared from the point of view, his point of view or her point of view, it has to be aligned completely with the business. If XYZ is promoting certain offers or giving discounts in a quarter, then those things has to be promoted in the content at that particular time. If the product name has changed recently, then it has to be aligned with the naming conventions. So the more focus should be once the content is published on aligning the content with value-based messaging. That's number one, and aligned to the business. That's number two. Then the tools, some of the tools that can be used is ICM platform. Yes, we provide certain techniques to ensure that there is an alignment. We check whether those promotions or those product and solution pages are getting promoted in a particular piece of content or not. We do the audit and we provide the results. The next stage is publish and promote. In this stage, marketer needs to publish the content in various channels and they have to promote it in various sites like a third party like social media, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, etc. and also through emails. Tools that can be used is CMS. Obviously, most of the most widely known CMS tools are WordPress or Wix. So if you are writing a blog or creating a page, you can quickly publish them and simultaneously you can promote them through social media and your CRM systems like HubSpot, Marketo, Salesforce, or whatever you are using. The last but second is monitor and measure. Now in this stage, once the content is being promoted, a very, very important stage is that you have to monitor the performance of each content and whether they are giving you the results or not. And certain content pieces that has to be measured because you have to optimize the content once you observe that it is not giving you adequate results. So we will be discussing about the KPIs that are important for business and also KPIs that are important for operation marketing, operation team in the later chapters. Now, certain tools that can be used to measure the performance of content are your WordPress itself. That's number one. Second is Google Analytics. There are many analytics in the market. You can get all the information from there. For organic search and organic traffic, you can rely on Google Search Console. You can have Google Data Studio to draw different graphs and to showcase to your business stakeholders, or you can directly use this ICM platform to get all the holistic information from different data sources and just ensure that you are tracking the right metrics, not all of them. That's what. Again, we'll discuss about the business KPI in our further chapters, but to summarize it, very essential. This is the most important aspect of any marketing today, to understand whether you are getting the return on investment for all the efforts that you put into creating the content. The last stage is optimize and improve. Unfortunately, till the last decade, end of 2020, most people were investing more and more on SEOizing their blogs and web pages. But unfortunately, that never yielded them results. It was just some technical configurations. It was never seen from a business point of view. So that's the reason most of the SEO agencies, they would discuss on metrics and parameters, and then they gradually do the optimization. So I would emphasize that every organization should also follow the same technique. First of all, ensure what are you trying to achieve, the goals, and then do the optimization. Now marketers use SEO best practices to optimize the content, and they can constantly tweak the content and observe the effects. Now for optimization, again we have another chapter, dedicated chapter, where we'll be discussing about certain techniques. The broadly three categories of optimizations are on page, then off page, and technical optimization. We'll discuss about those things in depth later. Tools that someone use is ICM platforms. There are many tools available in the market which are for free. ICM also provides free feature that is content optimization, and you can use it to optimize your content automatically. You get a lot of suggestions and recommendations from ICM. To summarize the whole chapter, what we have studied are, we have understood what is organic marketing. We have seen the 7 stages of organic marketing. We have seen the marketing strategies and tools that can be used to achieve organic marketing. Finally, we also looked at 2 examples on keyword research and also on content strategy map. We have understood that content comes before SEO, and it is quite important to create the content, execute it, promote it well, and finally optimize it. So thanks for watching this organic marketing video. If you have any feedback or doubts, please reach out to us at academy@innoventsoft.com. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.